Now, sports with Garrett Brown.
A classic Western Slope high school football rivalry, Fruita Monument Wildcats, Montrose Redhawks. It's been a tale of two seasons for these two programs. The Wildcats have played teams tough, but only have one win to show for it. The Redhawks, meanwhile, they've been bulldozing teams and rolled in Stoker Stadium Thursday night 4-0, looking to make it 5 on the season. This was a matchup for you if you're a fan of running the rock. Montrose, when we joined this one, is already up 1 touchdown, and then they pile on. Chase Meehan goes flying into the end zone. No chase needed. Touchdown, Redhawks. And they're already up 2 scores. Fruita, meanwhile, they're trying to get their offense and their ground game going. Cooper Rowell with the keeper there, but that's a lot of red helmets to get to him, and the Redhawks would get the ball back. Montrose, meanwhile, they're going to once again impose their will with the ground game. This time it's the Montrose quarterback, Chris Mock, that gets his number called. Touchdown, Montrose. Fruita needs to avoid this game just getting too far away from them at this point, and they really need the ball to bounce their way. Just a friendly bounce, and that's exactly what they wouldn't get on the ensuing kickoff. Friendly Montrose bounce right at the goal line with the kickoff puts the Wildcats in less than ideal field position. Fruita still trying to establish the run, but a flock of Hawks gets to the carrier, led by Will Newman there. Fruita changes things up, and they're going to elect to attack through the air. Rowell on the rollout finds Carson Weddle, and maybe that gave Fruita the spark they needed. Cats would go through the air once again later in the drive. Bootleg again a pass from Rowell is hauled in by Weddle, leading Fruita down the field, and eventually Fruita strikes pay dirt. Rowell once again is going to opt to air it out here, but this time it's the back, Chris Bennett. Bennett won't be denied. Diving into the end zone, he's in. Touchdown, Fruita. And the Wildcats show a pulse, 21-6. But it's really 1 step forward, 1 step back. On the ensuing PAT for Fruita, Montrose would make a play. To keep an eye on number 3 here on the edge, that's Maverick Powers, who has the need for speed, breaking through on the kick block, and it stays 21-6 after the junior linebacker ices the kicker. There's an Iceman joke in there somewhere. I tried. This Montrose rushing attack just could not be stopped, methodically marching their way down the field on the ground. Nice run by Aiden Grijalva there, and he wasn't done. Montrose snaps it quick from the line. Mock drops back, fake handoff to Elijah Womack, and it's Grijalva again with the breakaway run into the end zone. Another touchdown for those guys in red. When this one was all said and done, the Redhawks stay undefeated, taking down the Wildcats 35-12 and improve to 5-0 ahead of starting league play on the road, taking on the Falcons in Falcon. Love the consistency there. Redhawks are 5-0 to start their season for the first time in 3 years. Fruita falls to 1-4. It's not going to get any easier for those Wildcats, who are starting league play in their new 5A league with some of the elite teams from the Front Range. All right, let's check in on the high school volleyball courts. Those court floors won't need to be cleaned after this. There's a pair of sweeps. Palisade Volleyball, they're just unstoppable right now, sweeping the Grand Junction Tigers in dominant fashion. And the Bulldogs, well, they remain undefeated in Southwestern League play in their first year in the league, and they've only lost 2 sets all season long. Their next opponent, the Fruita Monument Wildcats, also handled a Mesa County rival, taking down the Central Warriors in a match sweep. The Bulldogs and Wildcats will meet on the court next Thursday. On the softball field, the Delta Panthers' comeback bid falls short against the Cedar Edge Bruins, who put up double-digit runs in the first 3 frames and held on through that late Delta charge. Bruins win a shootout 12-11. It wasn't a bad day in total for Delta Athletics, though. The Panthers boys soccer team did pick up a shutout 1-0 win over Aspen, and that makes it 4 shutout wins in a row now for the Panthers, who will host Palisade later this week. Over in Colorado Springs, the Colorado Mesa men's soccer team, well, they had a winning streak snapped at the hands of the number 5 ranked team, UCCS, falling 2-1. The good news is this match was technically non-conference and will not affect the RMAC standings. CMU will now return to Grand Junction for their home opener, taking on Fort Lewis. That matchup between the Mavs and Skyhawks will be Sunday after the women's match wraps. But for now, that'll do it for your look at sports. We'll be right back.